This is the Barbados Ninja Throwdown, ran by this beautiful man, Delano Hines. In 2019, I had the pleasure of competing here and was fortunate enough to finish second to Adam Rail. And today I want to walk you through my run and tell you why this competition was the greatest Ninja Warrior competition I've ever been to. So the Barbados Ninja Throwdown is coming back for its 5th season this year in September. I'm super stoked to see it. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make it this year, but I have a bunch of friends who are going to be competing in it, and I'm very excited to see what the course is like and how they end up doing. So in honor of that, I want to basically just go through my run and talk about my experience competing in this 3 years ago. I want to start out by showing my full run in its entirety, no breaks or commentary or anything, just so you get a sense of like start to end what it looks like. But then I want to run it back and I want to kind of like step through and really talk through like what I could have done better and like what went well and my thoughts on the course exactly. So it's funny, I recently went back and watched this run for the first time in like 2 years or something like that, and I just remember watching it and be like, wow, that was trash. I don't want to anchor too much, but let's roll the footage and I'll tell you after why I think it's trash.
So while we await the start with Mike Revert from the United States, the officials out on the course are just making the adjustments.
And he is moving quickly, a seasoned competitor, having competed for 3 years now, both in the NNL Finals, which is the league in America, and the NCL Finals, which is our brothers over in Australia. He has made it to both stage 2 and 3 over there, which I assure you is no easy feat. Those courses were tremendously difficult, so hopefully we see the same level of performance out of Mike today. But clearly already making quick moves on the first obstacles here.
Mike is making tremendous speed.
Quickly through, now on to Jones River 2.0. What we've seen here is really the crux of the course, catching those nunchucks, but first he has to get there. Whew. Quick movements in there in a flash. That was brilliantly done, and man, I say when they catch them, it just looks so easy, but clearly it is not.
Oh, straight.
Beautiful dismount off the pipe sider there. That one really getting a good push will help you out tremendously. Now Mike slowing the roll down just a little bit as he goes to the rolling log.
Okay.
Nice dismount. Now choosing to avoid the chalk here. Must be feeling very confident in his upper body strength, not needing it. Still taking his time on the balance. Nice. He's moving very quickly here. He could be a good challenge for Adam. So he's making his moves.
He's on to the Pico Tenerife
About 1 minute
backboard,
30 seconds into the course.
and he's looking quite
All right,
strong.
yeah, he's clearly 4 minutes will not be an issue for him as he's breezing through these cliffhanger ledges, looking for the dismount. Now let's see his beta on the wing nuts. Will he go for the big moves like Adam? All right, opting to catch it.
What a lead.
In control, still quickly though, two-handed dyno, trying to go from the rope right to the plat. Nope, all right, he grabs the star bit. Still very quick beta.
Oh my.
All right, and one and done on the wall. Brilliant done.
Yeah, so as you can see, I was pretty stoked to finish. I mean, especially in front of a crowd like that, and on like an international stage, it was a very, very exciting moment for me. But let's run it back one more time, and then I'm gonna go through the commentary on it, and I'll tell you exactly what I thought. All right, so this first obstacle, I definitely came in way too hot on. The distance between the last step and the platform was not as big as the speed that I had, so I had to take an extra swing. I really should have just bumped off that rope, but lost a couple of seconds there, not too big of a deal. These weren't really too bad, but they did spin, so I was a little nervous. This is where I first become pretty efficient. Yes, I link them, but I link them in like the slowest way possible. I could have brachiated them, but really I should have just like popped through.
catching those nunchucks. But
I saw a couple people on this one go for a really big move. I tried it beforehand, and I just didn't think it was worth it. I thought I did a pretty good job of just like popping right off. I didn't really take too much time to eye up the nunchucks. This, straightforward, just went right into it. Rolling obstacles like this, I always take so long on. I'm sure that I lost some time here. I don't know, maybe I'm just afraid of like losing control or what, but yeah, I always tend to go pretty slow on those. So teeter-totter, not too big of a deal. Pegboards I'm also kind of, I don't know, usually pretty slow on. I try and make big reaches, but I don't know if I've ever done a great job of really like flying through. These, I don't know if I could have done it like really much faster, but here's where I really could have like improved on some time. I like doing obstacles the way that they're meant to be done. I just think it's more fun that way. So I could have grabbed the first wing nut on one side and linked it to the second, but instead I decided to grab both sides. It took up a little bit of time, you know, an extra swing or two. So I could have saved a second there, but you know, I didn't lose by 1 or 2 seconds. I lost by definitely more than that. So I'm not too upset about that. And then yeah, I guess that's really it. I mean, running it back, warp wall went pretty well. I think I definitely took an extra swing on this rope to make sure that I lined myself up. I think I probably could have just pulled back and just go right for that star. Watching it again, actually, it's like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't as trash as I thought it was. I think I maybe could have taken less rest in between obstacles, like just transferred between them quicker. I was really annoyed at that laches in the beginning. They're like maybe 5 feet. Like I didn't need to do full, you know, get your hips up and over. That just takes so much time. I should have just like muscled through it. And then having to take an extra swing on that first obstacle was definitely a real bummer. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Really, like, I guess the reason why I called it trash before was because like the things that athletes are doing now is just like unreal. So like their ability to just like sprint through courses with no regard for fear of being tired or anything like that is just incredible. And I think you can definitely tell, like I take a couple breaths, you can definitely tell that I'm not the most efficient. So I'm really like comparing this run to just like what people are doing now, and it's not even comparable. So at the beginning of this video, I told you that this is the greatest Ninja Warrior competition that I've ever been a part of. So I really want to explain why. The first is that it's like an outdoor competition that looks absolutely incredible. The only other place that you really get an experience like this is American Ninja Warrior, but I don't even think American Ninja Warrior is comparable to this. It's such a different vibe. Again, like I said, this is an outdoor competition, which is really cool, but what's even cooler that is that it's such a spectacle. Like there are hundreds and hundreds of people who come to watch this, who like are barbecuing beforehand, and they're all like coming together for this one event that you get to be a part of, and you get to like, I don't want to say like be the star of, but like you are the main attraction, right? Like you as an athlete are the reason why all these people from this island have come to watch. It's cool that it's this like big spectacle that you really get to be like the heart of. So the second reason that I love this competition so much is that I think aesthetics really matter in Ninja Warrior. At least it matters to me. You could have the coolest obstacles ever, but if it's in a small gym, it just doesn't look nearly as exciting as like when you're out in this like grand field and you have this giant rig system that's over a pool. It just looks so much cooler. Like even though the last obstacle, like you've seen wing nuts in every freaking Ninja Warrior competition for years now, but like the fact that it's like over water, and the fact that you have like this grandstand behind on either side, and you have a drone going around, and you have cameramen, and you have all these bright lights, and it's dark out, and you're in the like, you're in beautiful Barbados, and you're in this like amazing weather. It adds to the aesthetics. It adds to the feel of the competition. And there's nothing compared to that for sure. The other thing is the competition is more than just a course run, right? Like when you go to a Ninja Warrior competition, you kind of just go, you do your course run, you maybe have some time to play around the obstacles afterwards, and then everyone goes their separate ways. But this is like a whole festival. You know, there are vendors, there's music playing, there's festivities going on. People have come from everywhere on the island to come watch, and it's really like this whole experience, which again, you don't really get that anywhere else. So the last reason that this is one of the greatest competitions is because they have like legit prize money behind this. So this year they actually have $14,000 in cash prizes across all divisions. So, you know, it's going to be split between men and women and then across the age divisions, but the elites are definitely going to be getting the bulk of that. But that's some serious money for a Ninja Warrior competition. Like there's still not a lot of money in Ninja. And the Barbados Ninja Throwdown is one of them who, I mean, pun intended, are really throwing down in terms of monetary value. Like I said, this is one of the best experiences I've ever had. I could not recommend it highly enough. I think everyone should participate in this competition at some point in their life if they are a Ninja Warrior athlete. This year they're coming back. It's going to be September 3rd, 2022. I think there's like 50 spots left. Last time I talked to Delano about it. If you're on the fence, just go register. Just figure out the details later. Make it happen. You're not going to regret it. It is the greatest Ninja Warrior competition ever. Hands down. You get to go to Barbados and compete in Barbados in front of hundreds of people. I think there were like 2,000 people there when I competed. And they've got like food and drink and just go. Just go. Don't think about it. Okay? All right. That's all I got. I haven't decided if I like it or not. It's Dragoon IPA. It is a Tucson local. You gotta pair this with chili verde or pho. Maybe that's my issue, is that I'm drinking it at noon. With nothing. Alright, I'm gonna go. That's all I got for today. Next week I will be back to actually working out. I have been sick this past week, which has been really unfortunate. I haven't been able to make it to the gym, so I'm probably going to restart my 1 hour pull-up 6-week cycle just because I've only made it a week in. So, and then I had to take a week off, so I'm probably just gonna restart it immediately. But yeah, we'll get right back to that next week. If you want to see what my first week was like, it wasn't great, but you can check out this video right over here. Cheers, friends.